You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?
Good people. You're now tuned in. OG Sonny Blanco, I got a story to tell you, heard? Yeah, listen, I know I owe y'all part 3 of the nigga Black, right? But it's been like 2 weeks, like, you know what I mean? I got out the mood and all that, but we gonna bring it back. But right now, we gotta get into the current events, right? We gotta get into the current events right now. You already know what it is. Everybody talking about it. Everybody got mixed feelings about it, mixed emotions about it and all of that. Some dudes and some ladies are really hot, you know what I mean? And some see it for another way, right? So we got to get into it. Hassan Campbell, Haas, and Whack 100 and all of that, right? Like I'm not even going with the Tekashi 6ix9ine joint, right? Because I don't even like talking about that dude at all. But his name may get mentioned and all that, but I don't even like talking about him. We go get to the phone conversations, right? To the tape conversations and all of that right now. Like I said, it's plenty mixed emotions, pardon self. There's plenty of mixed emotions on this topic, yo. Like, for the most part, I see a lot of people trying to put it on real nigga time. On gangster time, on G time, since Haas claimed he a G and he a real one and all of this and all of that, right? So most people trying to put it on that type of time, right? But first of all, regardless of what somebody says, I was always taught and I've always been under the impression that the way you carry yourself, your conduct and all that speaks way more for you than speaks volumes more than you can ever say out your mouth, right? You can say whatever out your mouth. You got to watch an individual, right? Speaks volumes for you, how you carry yourself, right? So regardless of what Haas claims he is, we already know Haas ain't on real nigga time. We already know that. This ain't no secret, right? We already know this. Like, he's suspect. Like, we already know this. Like, he a walking contradiction. Like, we already know this, right? So, I don't care what he's saying out his mouth, right? I don't care how much he puff his chest out and how much he with the rah-rah and all of this and all of that, right? His ways and actions, his conduct speaks volumes, right? And it's not in a high regard, right? Talk crazy shit about kids. I don't even like to say, repeat the shit this nigga be saying. You know what I mean? So what you expect from somebody like that, right? Then Whack 100. The same type, not really the same type, but when I say the same type, like he a sucking ass nigga too. Like he a real whole life sucker, right? Like, everybody in this town, nobody rocks with this nigga, right? Like that. You know what I mean? Like, he claimed he a G, but all the G's talk down on him, right? Like, the nigga's a chatty patty, right? He gossip like Wendy Williams or something, right? So look at the character of the people, then look at their team. Look at their team. Whack 100, Tekashi 6ix9ine, academics, bozos, suckers. Hassan Campbell, Bullet Scotty, bozo, suckers. I mean, like, what you expect, good people? Like, they proven they ain't real individuals, so what you expect? I always say it. Hang around like minds. Mind.tech mind, right? Birds of a feather flock together in layman's terms, right? Look at that. Ain't they supposed to be together? They ain't supposed to be in any real nigga circle, right? What you look like, you a real nigga. Your team is real, and you got Haas in your circle, in your camp, and all of that, and your team on your team, and all of that. What you look like, you supposed to be real and all that. What you look like with Tekashi on your team and all of that. And I ain't even talking about Melly and all of them. Salute Melly, Brooklyn, stand up, right? I ain't even talking about Melly and Shotty and all of them, right? I'm talking about after you seen what happened. Anybody around that kid, like, look at the team, B. Whack 100. You don't even know who he be rocking with. He rock with this one, then it go bad. He rock with that one, then it go bad. He rock with this one, then he talk shit about him. He rock with that one, he gossiping about this one. Like, what you expect from these niggas, right? Right? So anyone who's saying it ain't a real nigga move, anyone who's saying any real one wouldn't do that, you 100% right. My hat's off to you, right? You 100% correct. It's not a real nigga move. It's not on real nigga time. It's not G shit. You are 100% correct, but they done proven to you they ain't they lane, so you gotta take them for the lane they in. And the lane they in is these YouTube streets. Pardon. Right? That's the lane they in, these YouTube streets. So you always got to flip that coin. I stay safe flipping the coin. Flip the coin. You know what I mean? Whatever side of that coin you like, that's what you like to call all the time. If you like heads, no freaky. You flip, that's what you calling every time. If you like tails, you flip, that's what you calling every time. You got to switch it up. But in life, you always got to flip the coin. In relationships, conversations, interactions, when you viewing something or getting your opinion or basing your opinion off of something, you got to flip the coin every time. So on heads, no freaky, you 100% right. Ain't nothing real about that. I don't condone it. I don't support it. I don't validate it. Right? Ain't nothing real about that. If you're a real one, you can't say, oh, that was a real move. If you a real one, because it's not a real move. But flip the coin. Pawn self too. While I'm recording this, if y'all hear any noise in the background, my little man, he outside playing with his friends and all of that. You gotta let the kids be kids, right? But back to the story. You gotta flip that coin, right? Them niggas is on YouTube time. On top of being on YouTube time, they in what's called the quote unquote dirty section of YouTube, right? As far as the dirty section of YouTube, as far as YouTube time, that was an upper echelon move. That was top tier. That was a top tier move. Now let's see which way it went, right? Let's say Haas recorded that prior to the sit down with Tekashi and all of that. Let's say Haas did that prior. Let's try to play like we Haas, right? He know he dealing with his snake. You see me, I'm just gonna cut the head off. I'm not sitting down with you. What I'm gonna sit down with you for? Cut the head off. But he wanna play with the snake and all of that, right? So let him play, right? Now, he know he dealing with a snake. He know he dealing with a chatty patty. He know he dealing with a nigga that gossip. He know he dealing with a nigga like his name is out. His name ring bells, but not in a good way. He know that, right? So he record the conversation. Grimy, yes. 50 Cent, Tony Yayo type shit, yes. But YouTube, not a real nigga, YouTube nigga type shit, upper echelon. Because he knew what he was dealing with. Say he did that prior, the nigga's cunning. Sly Fox type shit. He thought about it. Oh, let me record this nigga. Let's say he did it after. Oh, y'all try to grandstand on me? This nigga standing all up on me on camera and all that. Niggas just talking crazy. I know after this is over, y'all will go back to talking greasy and all of that. Oh, word? I record this conversation real quick. right? But better than that, what type of nigga is whack 100? Like, you don't know this nigga Haas, right? Like, Haas from the BX, you from Cali, right? Like, you ain't grow up with this nigga. You a little older than this nigga. Like, you don't know this nigga, right? What makes you so comfortable to sit down and talk about anything with this nigga like that, especially intimate, personal shit like that, homie? Huh? What makes you that comfortable to just sit down and gossip like you in a beauty parlor or something? Like you getting your nails done or something? Like, that's what women do, B. Like, what make you that comfortable? You don't know this nigga from Adam, but you giving it up. No freaky. Like, you giving it up. Like, nigga, I hate to see you in an interrogation room. Listen, if that nigga talk like that nigga like Haas or niggas that he don't even know, he just giving shit up like that, imagine what a nigga like that say when that pressure on. When that pressure on, pressure gonna only do two things. It's gonna either bust pipes or it's gonna make diamonds. Huh? On my end, on real nigga time, it's gonna make nothing but a diamond, B. You heard? Nothing but a diamond. Gemstone and all. Shout it out to homie Gemstone. Gemstones and all of that. Right? Pressure bust pipes on his end. Nigga talking like that. I mean, the pressure come on his end when a nigga talking like that, it's gonna burst. That nigga singing. So anybody who did some dirt with this nigga, or anybody who got locked up back in the day around this nigga, that's probably your huckleberry right there. That's your huckleberry right there. The nigga talk too easy about any and everything, right? Now, who really believe he extorted Wallow and Gilly the Kid? None for nothing. Little nigga and all. Gilly ran Philly at one time. I know this for sure. He ran Philly. I ain't talking about the music side of things. He was on his shit at one time. Who really believe this nigga from Cali was all the way in PA extorting niggas? How that happened? Who really believe that, right? Like the Nipsey Hussle thing. Yo, come on, B. You bumped your fucking head, for real. Like, you really bumped your fucking head, right? Me, the nigga died a legend. I'ma leave him a legend. Why I'ma put smut and dirt on his name and he dead and gone, right? And you keep talking, oh, he ain't have enough albums. He ain't have too many songs on the radio. He ain't have no platinum hits. How he a legend? How he a legend? You's a hating ass nigga. Let me tell you how he a legend, B. Even though I thought the nigga was fire as far as the rhymes. When the nigga was living, that's my number one Cali nigga was Nipsey. My number two Cali nigga is Mozzie. Word. Now Mozzie my number one nigga, right? R.I.P. Nip. Rest well, my G, right? But even though the nigga was dumb nice, he did have a bunch of mixtapes, only one commercial joint, right? But even though the nigga was dumb nice, fuck all that. That ain't what make him a legend. See, your old ass is hating that they could call a young man like that a legend. And you've been around forever, for half a century and better. And ain't nobody calling you a legend. Forget the fucking music, Whack 100. Let me tell your bozo ass why he a legend, my G, for the shit he did in such a short span, in such a short lifetime. The shit he accomplished. The shit he did regardless of the naysayers. Regardless of the people who was telling him, yo, don't do it. It ain't a good look. Or you could do it, but don't do it on Slauson. Don't do it in South Central. Yo, go somewhere else with that. Huh? To all the naysayers. Huh? Look how many people he gave jobs to. Gave them a legal income. They ain't got to worry about them boys and all of that. Look how many families he fed. Right? Look how many niggas came home from the G-War. This nigga didn't even know. Tore some whole outfits and all of that. When the fuck you did some shit like that, nigga? That's why that nigga's a legend. That's why that young man lived and died a legend. And yo hating ass, you can't take it. Because like I said, you half a century, nigga, and better. Ain't nobody calling you legend. Big U. Big U's a fucking legend. Y'all right there in the same era, same time frame, huh? Same state, same city, same town and all of that. That nigga's a legend. Ain't nobody calling you a legend. That's why you talk shit about all these niggas. Eh? Ain't nobody go ever call you a legend. Eh? Your name is ringing bells, but that's it. Eh? Fuck out of here, man. But again, what you expect, right? So as far as YouTube, upper echelon. Checkmate. Game over. They thought they had that nigga in checkmate when he was at the sit down with bitch ass Takashi, Rainbow Kid and all of that, right? Nah, he came up out of that in 2 moves. Bam, and locked the whole game down. Upper echelon shit. So to my people, to my real ones, pardon. Yeah, but to my real ones, yeah, son, don't mix that up. Matter of fact, step back from it and look at it for what it is. Take it off at any type of time. Real nigga time or anything. And just, because if you're a real nigga, you gonna have problems with that off top. I understand. But you gotta dismiss yourself. Take yourself out the picture and look at it for what it was and look at it for what the people you dealing with. Right? Look at the people you dealing with. Right? Would I do it? No. I'ma cut the snake head off. I'm not sitting down, period. What we got to talk about. What we 212ing about, right? Nothing. Nada. Cut the snake head off. That's what real ones do. If Haas was such a real nigga, he never would have sat down. I hear my people talking about, you had the nigga right in front of you, could have smacked fire out that nigga. Smack fire out Takashi and see what happened. I ain't talking about the nigga, little cruelest, little squad and none of that. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about him putting hands on you. I ain't talking about that. The nigga he already working with them boys. Put hands on that nigga, think that nigga ain't gonna file a charge and them boys ain't gonna run down on you or them niggas ain't around the corner some fucking weird. I wouldn't put hands on that nigga if I was sitting in front of that nigga unless he violated me like trying to put hands on me. I got to defend myself. I'ma eat that nigga for breakfast. You know what I mean? No freaky, right? Got to defend myself, but if I sit down in front of that nigga, we gonna get it clear off top before I even sit down. We on grown man time. You not grandstanding on me. You not standing up barking, none of that. I may understand that's your character, but that ain't my character. And you in grown man lane right now, and you asked for this, so you got to act accordingly and jump into a grown man lane the best you can. We ain't doing none of that, right? But let's say he did do it. We go stop press right there. I don't give a fuck who's around. Yeah, listen, I just told you backstage. Do that shit again, playboy. That's what real niggas do. But better than that, real niggas would have never even been there because they would have thought about it. I can't put my hands on this nigga. That's all I really want to do is smack fire out this bitch ass nigga. Let the world know it is what it is. But I can't do that because I know them alphabet boys is somewhere around, right? So a real nigga not even go show up. So take yourself from that, good people. As far as YouTube, Haas, I don't even fuck with you like that, but you won that, playboy. Yeah. Not even the battle. Fuck the battle. You won the war. Why he won the war? Because he got to worry about big you peoples. He maybe not even have to worry about big you peoples. Just big you, what he rep, who he is. That's set. Whether it be his set or another set, he got to worry about that. He definitely got to worry about Nipsey peoples. He got to worry about that. He anywhere in PA he fooled. Forget Philly, Pittsburgh, nigga, Chester, nigga, what Allentown, nigga, what anywhere in PA that nigga fool, right? So, like, yeah, the war, nigga, job on YouTube time, I gotta commend you, job well done. Hey, yo, good people, I'm sorry about the episode 3 of Black, but let it be known, I ain't want to talk, I ain't gonna do no, I took the nigga poker table. The bitch ass nigga tried to come sit down with me and have a little powwow with me. I told the nigga he not getting none. This how I eat, how I'ma eat. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You supposed to be a big boy on the streets. Get your peoples to send you some calm. Give a fuck about, yeah, he begging and pleading, cop, now get the fuck out of here and all that. He wants, but I did tell the nigga, yo, you keep barking, nigga go do you dirty. But anyway, 2 days later, this little pedophile nigga comes in the fucking door. I gotta do my job. I'm on his paperwork, so I'm on a nigga top. He runs and tells the boys I'm on the top. I go to the hole. I go to the hole for 3 days. I'm in the hole for 3 days. Before I went to the hole, I know I'm gone, because they got me packing up. I tell Bloody P, hey, yo, hold it down, P. You know what I mean? Poker table and all of that. Make sure that down moves, everybody eat, split the fucking, the take and all that, like I was splitting and all that. Make sure all the homies eat and all that, homie. It is what it is. 3 days later, who running up in the goddamn, in the shoe with me? Yo, good people, salute. Hit that subscribe, smash that like button, little notification bell up in the corner and all of that. Yeah, listen, people be growing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for rocking with me. Tell a friend to tell a friend and all of that, right? Easy.
You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Son Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned, OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?